The world's most famous scientist, physicist, Professor Stephen Hawking at Cambridge University, has written a book called The Grand Design, which is bound to be a world bestseller. And in it, Stephen Hawking is concerned to discuss what he thinks is going to be a unified theory of everything that unites the fundamental laws of physics.
Because there are laws, such as gravity, the universe can, and will, create itself from nothing. It is not necessary to invoke God to light a blue touch paper and set the universe going.
But what has ignited a discussion all around the world is not so much the physics, but the conclusions that Hawking draws from the physics. Now, I'm a mathematician and also interested in the philosophy of science. And what I'd like to look at for a little while are the implications and the methods which Hawking uses to deduce that there is no God. Well, if I say that X created Y, that statement presupposes the existence of X in order to bring Y into existence. So that if I say X created X, I'm presupposing the existence of X in order to bring X into existence, but it already is in existence. That statement is self-contradictory. It is logically incoherent. But perhaps worse than that, Hawking says because there is a law of gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing. So setting aside the logical problem, he's saying that gravity already exists, but that's not nothing. And indeed, one might add that when physicists talk about nothing, they usually mean something very different from nothing. They usually mean a quantum vacuum. It seems to me that here we are having much ado about nothing. Well, let's now take this argument further. Let me put it this way. To ask us to choose between either the laws of physics or God is like asking to choose between the laws of physics or Sir Frank Whittle in order to explain the existence of the jet engine. That mistake was not made by a previous holder of Hawking's chair, Sir Isaac Newton himself. When he discovered the laws of gravitation, he didn't say, now I have gravity, I have the law, I don't need God. No, what he did was to write the most famous book in the history of science, the Principia Mathematica, expressing the hope that it would persuade the thinking man to believe in God. In order to explain a jet engine, we need both Frank Whittle and the laws of physics. These are not contradictory explanations, but complementary. The one is in terms of an agent who designed it, and the other is in terms of the physical principles on which it operates. In a sense, they are answering different questions. How does it work? And how did it come to exist in the first place? But there's something more, because the laws of physics and Frank Whittle taken together will not produce a jet engine. You need another ingredient. That is the matter, the material out of which the jet engine is to be made. So now we have three things that we need. We need material, we need laws of physics, and we need an agent. Stephen Hawking is confining himself to the laws of physics only.